Welcome back to Wave 3 Listens. Family issues. Maybe it's with your spouse, a son. Perhaps you've got a peripheral family who's getting involved with things you'd rather them not get involved with. 571-5263. We have a professional here. It's the Kentucky Association of Marriage and Family Therapists, Dr. Eli Karam, KAMFT.org. All right, Dr. Karam, have another email that was sent to that address. Let's give it to you here. You can give us a call if you have an issue you'd like to talk to Dr. Karam about. My high school senior is preparing to go on spring break next month with a few of his close friends and a parent that I don't really know. While my husband and I initially agreed to this plan, I'm growing more uncomfortable with each passing day about the minimal parental supervision that will be in place. I know that my son will be around the temptation of drugs and alcohol, and I am worried about what could happen. Would it be okay to change the plan and have him bring a friend or two on a more low-key vacation with my husband, younger daughter, and me instead of going to Florida like he originally planned? Lisa, this is a dilemma. If you have a middle schooler or a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior in high school, I am sure you have probably faced. This is a tough one here.
Oh,
Good
yeah,
luck.
Lisa just got this one in last night, so right in time. Okay, so well, there's a couple issues. So yes, as John was saying, the developmental age of your child is pretty important. So your son's a senior, and it sounds like from your email, he's a pretty good kid, that you don't have any other kind of major concerns. So this idea, as we said, marriage and family therapists are going to work with families around these transition points. So your son, he's going to have this rite of passage launching from high school probably into college anyway. So this, Lisa, is something you have to prepare yourself for anyway. So kind of things to ask yourself. You're wondering if you should pull back your plan. Well, first thing, yeah, knowing what type of parental supervision is going to be there is probably important. However, probably in your mind, nobody could safeguard or watch your son as well as you could. So you're going to have to learn to cut the cord anyway. But yeah, you should have some basic knowledge of where they're going. Obviously, to be able to talk to that other parent is probably really important. If you get a negative vibe, or that's not good, but if that parent is able to kind of explain, it's really important. And also to have this approach that, you know, probably at 17, 18 years of age, they're going to go on to this kind of rite of passage, this spring break trip. So it's probably not going to be, as you said, like a family trip in the way you would envision to Florida. So it's probably going to be a little different. So you have to have that coming in, and just have the safeguards. Things, set up a time to kind of check in with your son multiple times. Some parents like to check in once a day, or maybe text during the day, and then every day or so have a phone conversation. So you just want a kind of check-in system, and then just to talk about with your son how to mitigate risk, drugs, alcohol, things that you're worried about, things that are part of spring break around this age group, to be able to talk about a plan and what to do if your son is uncomfortable, what to do if he needs help. And if you can lay that out ahead of time, again, best offense is a good defense, in the sense of talking about these predictable things that could happen without freaking out. Because if you have a freak out moment, or what I call a teachable moment, your son could tune you out, much like the Charlie Brown teacher, wah, wah, wah. They stop listening, and really what you want to do is connect with your son on, you want them to have a good trip. You also want them to be safe. So if you model that and you talk to that parent, I don't think you have to cancel your plans. And it might be really damaging to your relationship with your son, especially if he's been good in all these other areas. 4 weeks to go to change the plans. That could actually do more harm than good for you.
That seems to resonate with my son, especially if I show him like articles of children who have hurt themselves, maybe even died, you know, with alcohol poisoning, or whatever the case. Said, look at this. This can happen. I'm concerned about you. I love you.
Right.
You know, this is why I want to talk to you about this. It's not because I wanted to keep you in check or I don't trust you. Right. It's just be careful.
Right.
We have a phone call.